Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hi, I'm your host, Basil, BK Knight, and I want to welcome you to the Truth According to Who podcast Uncensored. Today's episode is why most men pick and choose the wrong woman. You want to know if this is you? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Basil, BK Knight, and I've been using Anchor for my podcast for about a month now, and the experience has been phenomenal and easy. There's so many options to choose from. You have the opportunity to get your message across. You'll love it. And the best part about it is they'll share your podcast on other platforms so you won't have to. Try Anchor today and enjoy the experience. I promise you, you'll love it. Welcome back, listeners. I'm your host, Basil, BK Knight, and I want to welcome you to the Truth According to Who podcast Uncensored. Today's episode, why most men pick and choose the wrong woman. Now, I know you're probably tuning in to find out if this is you or you make these mistakes. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, you'll find out. Now, fellas, you probably don't want to hear this, but you need to. Number one, you're thinking if she's this beautiful, then she deserves everything. This is even before you even get to know her to see if she's even worthy of your time and effort. You're just going off of physical beauty. You're putting her on a pedestal she hasn't even earned. You don't even know that she deserves it. You do it to yourself. You're going off a status quo. You want to look good with her physically. You don't know what else she has to offer. And you seem to not care because guess what? You're already thinking she deserves everything based off of her physical. That's the biggest mistake that most men make. Oh, she's this beautiful. Man, I want to give her the world. You don't even know if she deserves it or not. And by the time you finish getting to know her, you're irritated with her. You're mad. You know why? Number two, because you have allowed any and everything you said you would never allow in your relationships or marriage to happen because of how good she looked. Now, remember, this is your choice, your fault. These are choices that most men make that are bad decisions based off of the physical. And most men can care less if she has anything else to offer as long as she looks good. Now, number three, you're trying to give her the world, but don't even have the world to give to yourself. You deprive yourself. You haven't even accomplished making yourself happy, but yet you're trying to make her happy. Come on. You're giving her something that you don't even have yourself. The effort you put in, the effort that you put in to make her happy, it will never happen. The physical of a woman does capture a man, but a real true man will never be captured just off of true beauty itself. She has to do more, put in more work, effort to show you that she's worthy of being kept. Number four, tame your ignorance. See your flaws in why you pick a woman. I mean, we all know why we choose women based off of just a physical, but why are you keeping her? What more does she has to offer? Most men don't even care because they're weak-minded. They love the physical. They love to look good beside a woman. Guess what? After the physical has passed and you really get to know her, what more does she has to offer? Number five, if you allow sex to control you while you're single, it'll control you when you're with someone. See, this is what they call powerful when it comes to sex, but this only pertains to a weak-minded man. Remember, most men always say sex rules the world. Guess what? To a weak-minded man, it does. A man who has purpose will not just be kept or captured by sex. This is another mistake that most men make. And truth be told, most men are trying to get into between a woman's legs, but don't know what they're getting into. And when I say that, you don't even pay attention to the red flags that are there because you're so busy trying to get between her legs. It is only powerful when it comes to sex. It is only powerful when it comes to a weak-minded man. And weak-minded men will pay for sex. But when you have your purpose, you're not even interested anymore. You want her mind. You want to see where her mind is at. You want to go to a spiritual level. That's what you want. 6, she can't be the woman she's supposed to be if you keep accepting less than what you know you desire. Meaning, have value for yourself. Stop allowing things to cripple your life and your relationship. See, when you're a high-value man will never tolerate the things that you, as a weak-minded man who don't value himself, they won't tolerate it. They will tell you up front, this is not going to happen. I'm not going to allow this. I can't allow this. No, this will not happen. Most men will never do that because they don't value themselves. And a lot of men have not been taught how to value themselves. But a weak-minded man would allow anything a woman does. Trust me, I've been there myself. I was once that type of guy. A high-value man will tell a woman you have to do more than the normal that you've been doing with any man. Here's 2 things that they will do. They will stay and level up and show you that they're capable of being the woman they're supposed to be, not who you want them to be. Or 2, they will pick up the things and run like a coward. They're not built for a real man. They will make mistakes, or they will sabotage their own relationships so they can't be with you. That's a coward move. If you ever notice, if you tell a woman that she needs to step up her game or do things better, she gets irritated because most men do not tell their woman, hey, baby, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. They will let it fall by the wayside. Before you know it, they even get married to a woman that's already not doing her job. Then when you get married to her, baby, why aren't you doing these things? She wasn't doing those things when you weren't married. Why should she change now? And she's looking at you like you've allowed it so long. Why even do it now? Now, here's another thing. For every woman you chase, you will never catch her. You know why? Most women, when you chase them, that's the power that they have. When you stop chasing them, the power is gone. Now she has to wonder why you have to chase her. You turn it around on her. She's not used to a guy telling her, I don't have to chase you. I know who I am. And most women don't like it. Fine. Not a problem. Now, when you chase your purpose, you will get who you're supposed to have, not who you want to. See, that's the difference when you focus on you. You will get everything that you desire, plus the woman you're supposed to be with, not who you want. That is a big difference. When you get who you're supposed to be with, guess what? She's your equal. She's your reflection. She will admit even when she's wrong, baby, you know what? I do need to do better. Oh, I apologize. I'll do better. And she will find solutions to the problem with you. Now, when you're trying to get who you want, remember, you're flawed as a human being. So that same flaw may be in her also. So when you get who you want, guess what? It's not meant for you. You're thinking she is. Only by your logical way of thinking. And you're flawed, by the way. Number 8, men need to see themselves as the prize also. See, once again, when you're a high-value man, you're the prize. A woman should be glad to say, I have a great man. But are you that? Are you doing what's necessary for you to stand there and say, I'm a prize catch? I'm a prize. As we know, most women are always saying, I'm the prize. But you should be thinking that way also. Remember, if she considers you her equal, you should be a prize also. But what are you doing to make sure that you are that prize? Are you leveling up? Are you evolving? Are you getting away from the negative things that, guess what, don't make you a prize man? Are you getting into the spiritual? Are you getting away from the negativity or your friends that doesn't do anything for you or your family members? Are you stop hanging out at the wrong places? Are you reading? Are you writing? Are you finding your purpose? Are you doing these things? This is what a high valued man does, which leads to the prize. See, we as men were never taught to think this way. But when you become a king, you think, I am the prize. I'm how valued. When you do that, most women will sit there and say, oh, you're stuck up or you think you're better than us. No, that's not the case. A real woman, your equal, your reflection, would never say you're asking for too much. You know why? You reflect her. These are the things that she wants in return. And most women cannot level up. They're not used to men asking for more. They're used for men to say, oh, well, I want this and I want that. That's it. But when you want more, those real women are going to see you and they're going to want you. Now, number 9, a man will get the right woman, a wife, only when he becomes husband material. And I mean mentally. See, before you get married, if you want marriage, you should be thinking like a husband or a wife. For this case, a husband. What I mean is, get away from your ego and your pride. Stop looking at women as sex objects. Find more spirituality. Start doing things that improve on yourself. Mold yourself. That way, when you meet the right woman, you don't have to get ready. You're already ready. You come self-made. You're prepared for this type of woman. Most men would never do this. They're thinking, guess what? Just because I'm a man, a woman wants to be with me. That's called self-entitlement. Just because you look this way, that's self-entitlement. Self-entitlement goes out the window real quick once they find out who you are. If you are not thinking like a husband, and I mean mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, if you're not doing these things, you will never meet a wife. And she has to do the same thing. This is your choice. Number 11, if you don't know who you are, you will never know who to pick and why you pick them. See, this is finding yourself. You have to find out who you are so you can choose who you're supposed to be with. That is the true reflection of you. See, you're finding out your faults and flaws. You're finding out if you're toxic. You're finding out if you're a narcissist. You're finding out if you have generational curses. Once you put these things to the side, you will find out who you really are. And guess what? You will pick who you're supposed to be with once you get away from these things and find out who you are. Number 12. Ask yourself this question. Are you choosing her based off of a sexual desire or from a logical approach standpoint? Basically, short term versus long term. See, that's the thing. When most men pick a woman, it is the physical first. We are more physical than anything. After you get to know her and find out who she really is, do you keep accepting the wrong in her because there's something wrong in you? You enjoy the wrong. And that's probably the sexual desires. Do you get to know her before the sex? Or are you thinking sex when you meet her? If you're thinking sex before you even get to know her, guess what? Eventually, that's what it's going to be. Just that. Most men are wired. As you know, we're wired to where we first meet a woman, we get to know her, we have sex, we begin to like her. Turn it around. Get to know her. Prolong the sex because that blinds a man to the toxic ways that a woman has. It blinds you to the generational curses that a woman has. It blinds you because she can look at you and see you as a target, but you would never know it. You know why? Because you're blinded by sex. You're ignorant. You're choosing her based off of sex. And guess what? If you're choosing her based off of sex, she's already controlling you because you're blinded already. She's controlling the relationship or situationship, whatever you want to call it. When you as a man pick the wrong woman, remember this is your decision. You cannot blame her for the wrong she has in her that you already see. You cannot blame her. These are your choices. And most men don't make the right decision when it comes to women. Most men will get married to a woman knowing that she doesn't do certain things, but yet you still marry her. And you expect her to get better as you get married. That is not the case. You have allowed, as a man, so much going on in this world because you were ignorant to your own mindset. You are weak-minded to a woman. The things that you normally do, you do them on a natural basis, on a normal basis. You give a woman the world without her even knowing who she is, what she represents, where she comes from. Most men will give a woman money in the beginning because they lack something on the end. That is the truth. If a man gives a woman money too quickly, there's something wrong. He's trying to compensate for something he don't have. Like flashy men love to flash things. There's something wrong. When you pick the wrong woman, she represents you. You don't know this. And again, most men will pick the most beautiful woman in the world just to make himself look better in front of his homeboys. They don't know any better either. So they're giving you a high five. They dapping you up. Oh man, she's beautiful. She bad. But they don't see what you're about to go through. They don't see her mindset. They don't see that she's a narcissist. She's toxic. She come from a bad family. She didn't have a father in her life. She has plenty of kids. She needs you for something, not for who you are. See, when you become the right man, these things you start to notice why you used to pick the wrong woman. Some men pick the wrong woman without even knowing it because, first of all, they're not ready to settle down. So you pick women that are not capable of being wife material or even a wife or girlfriend. Then you turn it around on her when it's time for you to break up with her or leave her, and you point the finger at her and say, well, you're not this and you don't have that. And what can she say? Nothing. It's true. When you chase that purpose, your dreams, your goals, a woman is always going to be chasing you. You have to stop chasing women. As long as you keep chasing women, you will never find your dreams, your goal, and your purpose because you're so busy chasing a woman. And she's not going to stop you. She loves the attention. But when you chase your goals, your dreams, your purpose, all these things that you ever wanted, the right woman will meet you at your purpose, at your dreams, at your goals, because she has the same thing in mind. And a lot of men don't know how to choose a teammate. They choose an opponent. They don't know when a woman is battered mentally. Here's the secret to everything that I've ever said. You know how most women say they're secured when a man is financially stable. That's their security. The secret to a man's security is a woman who's mentally stable. She can understand your dreams, your goals. She can be submissive when need be. She can sit there and say, I apologize because she's mentally stable. She listens to you. She's open-minded. Find a woman who's mentally stable. Ask her, does she take any meds? How is her family? Meet her family first. That's how you're going to tell who you're dealing with. Because those generational curses, some of them may be small, some of them may be big, but they're there. And most women will only show you who they really are once you say, I like you, I love you. They begin to relax and show you more of them. This is when it gets scary. You need to pick a woman. When I say keyword need, you need to pick a woman who has been with less men. That can be a gift and a curse within itself. The reason why I say this, she's less tainted by the world. She's less mean, less angry. The more men, the more anger she probably holds, unless she has healed herself. There's a possibility that a lot of women have dealt with a lot of men and have healed. That is a key word too, healed. You have to meet a woman and ask her, has she been healed? Has she got over all her pain and struggles in this world? If not, leave her alone. You do not need to be with her. You cannot help a woman heal. That is her job. If she needs healing, leave her alone. That's her job alone. That's her responsibility, just like yours. If you're hurt by any woman, you need to heal. That's not a woman's job. You need to find more love for yourself so you won't accept anything less than what you're supposed to get. You are the prize. I don't care what color you are. You are the prize. You have to start thinking like this. Have value. Exercising. Eat better. Think better. Listen to motivational speeches. Start doing better things for yourself. I guarantee you, when you think better, eat better, want better, you will get better. But these are choices also that you have to make. Now ask yourself, why, if this is you, why do you keep choosing the wrong woman? There's something there in you that you like in her. Remember, she's your reflection if you choose her. I'm your host, Basil, BK Knight, and I hope you got some lessons out of this. Peace, y'all.